Hey guys, it's Ice again. Got a review today on a knife that I've had for a very long time. This is the Buck PakLite Large Skinner. Originally when I got this from Dick's Sporting Goods for around $20, $25. It appeared to be pretty poor quality, just a cheap temporary knife. But it's lasted me very many years. I don't know how many, I've lost count. So I feel compelled to do a review on it because it served me well. Let's go through the stats first. The blade length. It's listed as a 3.5, but honestly it's not. I'll get into that later. The blade steel is 420 HC stainless. It's very helpful to have stainless. It'd be very hard to grease and de-rust all those little cracks and crevices there. So it is stainless. It is a plain edge blade, no serrations. The sheath is heavy duty nylon and it has a plastic insert, however it is not a friction sheath, so it will rattle around a little bit. As you can see when it's in there, it doesn't hold it completely still. It does have a strong plastic insert. The weight is 4.1 ounces, which is equal to 116.7 grams. Which isn't bad. For a fixed blade, that's very light. If you buy it from Buck, it's $37. If you buy it from Amazon, right now it's listed at $22.10, so that's not too bad. It's a good price for what you get. I've actually been EDCing this knife for a very long time. A lot of people don't like EDCing a fixed blade because it's not very discreet, it's very noticeable, and it's bulky. It's just not practical to EDC a fixed blade usually. But this one I found it is. It's a very streamlined, low profile sheath so that when it's on your belt, people really have no idea that it's there. The shirt can come down over it and it's very discreet, it's very obscure, which is nice because EDCing a fixed blade is very useful. I've found that oftentimes when I EDC, there are certain tasks that I just can't do simply because my EDC is folding. So it's very nice to have an EDC fixed blade. And another thing that I love about this, since it's just one piece of steel, you can really just beat the crap out of this knife. You don't have to worry about anything breaking because obviously it's a full tang, and you don't have to worry about like handles coming off or coming loose or blade play. Like all that is impossible because it's just one solid piece, and it's really nice. That's a lot of good assurance there. This blade does come in multiple colors. You can get it like orange for like hunting, whereas the entire blade is orange up to here, and then this hollow grind bevel is just the bare steel. You can also get it black. I think I saw red somewhere. You can get it a bunch of different colors. I prefer just the whole bare knife because you don't have to worry about anything wearing off. It's simpler. It is a drop point, almost like a Bowie style blade design. Has a recurve edge, so it's a very nice slicer. Even though it is a plain edge, I prefer serrations. This is a Skinner. You can't really have serrations as effectively in a Skinner. And it has this nice finger guard here, an index groove. The center of balance is right about there. So it's a little bit off the center, but I've found that since this is one solid piece of steel, you can actually use this as a throwing knife. It's effective, I like it. To be able to throw an EDC knife, like if you were to get into a situation, it's obviously very rare, but if that were to happen and you needed to throw your knife, to know that you have that ability it's nice. It's nice to be able to have that much in an EDC. The sheath is kind of a waste of horizontal space. It's very streamlined this way, but in terms of the horizontal dimensions of it, it's very wide and broad. It wastes a lot of space. I mean, if you look at that, it's like twice the size of the blade. It's huge. It's not necessary to have that big of a sheath for that small of a knife. I don't know what they were thinking there, to have this huge outline on it. It's ridiculous. They could have just wrapped it around the back. The plastic insert, although it isn't a friction sheath, it's much more solid than a friction sheath, so you can just, drop it in there. Even if you don't have it snapped, that strap actually holds it in there. So oftentimes I'll just go around and EDC it with just it unsnapped like this, and that finger groove will hold it in well enough. You don't have to worry about it coming out since it's an upright carry. Upside down it comes out really well, but when it's on your belt sometimes it can be a bit difficult to get out. just because there's not a lot of gripping and the entire thing is one piece of steel. It's basically just a cutout. So sometimes it can be difficult to get out. It's not a very fast EDC, but it's very reliable. Also, I love that they use the snap on this instead of Velcro. A snap is extremely durable and it will last you forever. Whereas Velcro, each time that you stick it and rip it off, it becomes weaker. So Velcro is, in my book, temporary, it's disposable, it's unreliable. Whereas a snap has this tap, it comes off easily. You don't have to worry about the noise of Velcro like coming off. This is quieter, it's stronger, it's more durable, it's reliable. It's so much better than Velcro. The belt strap here, it looks like it might be double stitch. It looks pretty sloppy, but I've been using this EDC on my belt for a very long time. And there's been times where like something will catch and to like try to like pry it off my belt, but this still holds. So this hasn't ripped off yet. I'm satisfied as long as it's holding. Overall, this is just, it's a great knife. Like, if you want to EDC a fixed blade, definitely go this direction. It's a great cheap price for a very durable, reliable knife. Buck is a very trusted company with a great reputation. The only thing I really have against this knife is that it is not a 3.5 inch blade. That is not true at all. Got a ruler here. So from the cutting edge, it's barely 3 inches. I guess they're measuring it right here next to the finger guard, then I guess it could be 3.5. But the actual cutting edge is barely 3 inches. It's like 2.9. But still, it's a great knife. This Benchmade Contigo is obviously a heck of a lot bigger overall and in blade length. This is thicker, but I think that's just because it's a fixed blade. What I love about this decision to use this softer steel is that it's very easy to sharpen up and get a very nice edge on this. So yeah, if you're looking to EDC a fixed blade, definitely go this direction. Buck PakLite large skinner. It is $22.10 off of Amazon, so there you go. Thanks for listening, guys.